Franchising, which is quite different than being an entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur is someone that, they're creative. They create a business model or a product or service that doesn't necessarily exist. Franchising, it already exists. The model works. That entrepreneur created a model. They learn to replicate that model using an operational agreement with everything, literally everything detailed by step of what to do on a day-to-day basis. And that's why franchising works and it's able to scale out. So I worked for the International Franchise Association for 2.5 years. I ran a veterans program. Veterans would come to me and say, hey, I'm really interested in franchising because I don't want to do all the work in starting my own business and coming up with the marketing strategy, the accounting processes, all those details. I want all that done. I just want to get in there and execute. I'm good at execution. I like this model, this brand. I want to own a gym. I know Anytime Fitness has a good business model. How much does it cost me to get into an Anytime Fitness business? So a lot of people think franchising is like food concepts, but there's about 350 different formats. So anything from a Popeyes, like food, McDonald's, Burger King, all that normal stuff, to gyms, to carpet cleaning companies, to trying to think of an engineering franchise, but that's difficult. Maybe. There's tutoring companies. I mean, there's all kinds of companies out there that have already been franchised. I would break it down in kind of two categories. There's the franchises that are very expensive that you have to get into and have to have like a physical unit. Like you have a storefront, a brick and mortar. And then there's the business concepts or the franchise concepts that's more service-based. So for example, Next Day Blinds. You guys heard of Next Day Blinds? So that's a very different concept. That's one where you get into and you get your own truck, you get your territory of operation, and you go and try to sell, and the corporate headquarters gives you leads. And then you can hire your own staff and get more trucks in that territory and buy more territories. That's very different, of course, than having a Popeyes. If you wanted to own a Next Day Blinds, before you even start, you got to pay a franchising fee, which means you pay them. It's normally $40,000 to $50,000, and that's just the rights to actually operate under that brand. And then you have to pay, once you're up and running, you have to pay royalties to the corporate headquarters. And that's normally about 4 to 6% of your gross sales. And that's for national marketing, sometimes local marketing, training, all kinds of stuff that they do as a system, as like the brand. So of course, if you're an entrepreneur, you have your own idea, you're not going to be paying royalties to anyone. It's your own business, of course. So that's some of the difference of franchising as opposed to being an entrepreneur and starting your own business from ground up. So when I worked on VetFran, that's a program with about 650 franchise companies, and they all offer discounts for veterans and military spouses. So discounts are normally on the franchising fee. So anything from a 10% discount to they will waive $40,000 to $50,000 franchising fee. So you save $50,000 just because you're a veteran. And the franchising industry loves vets because you guys are good at operational excellence. And give me a plan, and I'm just going to go out there and do this. I'm going to follow that steps and execute. So it's really difficult to find people that's not too creative, that get outside the model, because that really messes things up for the business, the local business, and for the brand at large. So Anytime Fitness is actually literally giving away a franchise, which is about $300,000 worth of business. They're doing it 2 or 3 times a year, and I know this most recent duration ends May 1st. So if you want to apply, you got to apply now. So you want to start a landscaping company, right? Landscaping company is it's localized. It's in your neighborhood. It's kind of maybe in your town, and you wanted to name your, Joe's Lawn Services. Well, nobody knows Joe's Lawn Services, but lots of people know about USA Lawns, which is a huge brand. Maybe not here, I don't know, but it's countrywide. It's a huge, huge brand. So you get that brand. You're buying into brand awareness, which that in itself, building a brand, which I am learning slowly, is incredibly difficult because you don't have the attention of people. They're in their own lives. They're moving. I got my job, kids, stuff going on. I don't have time to listen to your business concept, man. It's kind of it takes a lot of repetition, and franchise brands that are successful have done this over many years. So they've already done a lot of work for you in that brand awareness. Also, you get an operational agreement. So you start a lawn service and you have no business experience. Well, you're going to do 2 things. You're going to go to training. There's normally 2 to 3 weeks long. It's like down and dirty training of what you're going to do within this business day to day. And then when you go back and you set up your business, you'll have an operational agreement, and normally a 24-hour, 24/7 on-call assistant. So if you get stuck, if you don't know how to, run the accounting system or whatever it is, you can call them and say, "Hey, I'm franchisee, whatever, and I got a problem. Can you help me?" Sure. So you got a team that's always there to help you. You always have that support. In the industry, they say it's like being in business for yourself, but not by yourself.